Okay, all right, here we go. What is going on, fam? Welcome back to another episode of Grind to Grow. Happy Monday, beginning of the week. Let's get back to it. Back to the hustle, back to the grind, back to work. Well, I mean, I'm always working, so back to it. Yeah, so today I'm going to give you guys an overview of what my training week looks like, the kind of stuff that I'm doing, because I have two goals. They're very specific, and I need to make sure that I'm giving my body the right amount of rest, that I'm also giving my body the right amount of volume on training so I can continue seeing progress on both of my goals. So goal number one, for those of you who follow me, know that I train mostly with kettlebells. I got into kettlebell sports, I got into competing, extremely fun, enjoy it a lot. So that's my main goal. Even though I'm rehabbing my shoulder and it's doing really well, I'm back on I guess you can say, if this one is 100%, this one is right at 80, I guess you can say. So doing good, making progress. So I have competition in November and December, so I need to make sure that I'm ready for that one. And then on top of that, I'm also training for a 30-mile run that I'm doing on October 8th. This is not an official run, a race that is happening here in town or anywhere. I created myself, I gave myself that amount of miles that I want to run. And why I gave myself that amount of miles? Well, because it's a challenge. I've never done it, and I know that I'm capable to it. So I'm giving myself this very hard challenge. It's gonna test so many parts of my fitness, and on top of that, my mental strength and the ability for me to sustain this amount of training and volume, and making sure that I'm on top of my nutrition and hydration, which we'll go over in just a little bit. So it's a challenge, and I love it because I feel like I'm pretty good at it when it comes to running, but right now I'm on week 6 or 7. I think week 7 of my training program. And this past Saturday I ran 18 miles. It felt great. I held a 7:20 pace. Weather was perfect. Started at 5:45 in the morning. Finished up around 8:10 or something like that, and it was exactly 18 miles. Body felt good. I always start with my hip flexors and quads. Hip flexors tight and quads feeling super heavy. But once I get into a certain pace and certain zone in my mind, I can just kind of keep going and I don't think about nothing else. Even if I do, I just kind of as long as I'm moving my legs, I'm good. If I stop, that becomes not so much an issue, but I don't like it, because then I have to restart the whole thing. So that's another thing that I'm working on my training, on doing intervals, stop, go, and being able to get to that pace, get to that speed, get to that goal over and over and over and over, which it will help on race day and on training too. So let's go over my weekly schedule. Now, it's taken me a while to figure this out. My schedule is very specific because of my goals, and this is what I do for a lot of my clients, because they not only have one goal, they got several, or it has to change, month by month or every other week, or adjust it as we go because of lifestyle, because time, or whatever it is. So that's where I come in. I move things around to make sure that people get their stuff done. So, to give you guys an overview of what my week looks like. Okay, I'm gonna read it to you because I know that my handwriting is terrible. So Mondays, I run 3 days a week: Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Monday and Wednesday, I do a slowish kind of run, not as long, of course, as Saturdays. It's my long run. So on this example, Monday I run 10 miles, and I do endurance kettlebell sports. So on that day, I also do either EMOMs or small AMRAPs where I work on nothing but kettlebell endurance. And that could be snatches, that could be clean and jerk, that could be a different complex that will, help me with my specific competition. With the one I'm doing is snatches. So there's a lot of grip strength involved, farmer's hold, farmer's carry, cleans, working with different weights to strengthen my grip, but also getting more efficient with the movement and really learning from different coaches and coaching to get more efficient with that particular training, because it's not all about size and you being big. Yes, you can snatch 100 pounds like it's nothing, but can you do that for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, which is what kettlebell sports is all about. It's strength endurance. It's your ability to do this particular movement for that set of time without putting the kettlebell down, which takes a lot of training. Now Tuesday, I don't run on Tuesdays. I work on quads, core, and stability. It's a lot of leg work. And because I'm doing a lot more running, it's more volume and less weight on the heavy compound movements. So I'm not going for any 3-5 rep max. It's all between 8 to 12, sometimes 12 to 15, depending on how my body feels and also what I'm doing. Wednesday, I run 10 miles, then it's body weight on the same day. They're not back to back. They're usually done morning and afternoon, or there's a few hours in between those two, the running and the body weight workouts. If I didn't get to do my body weight workout on Wednesdays, I usually jump into a class and do class with my members. No, I count that as my body weight training. So pretty much I go very, very light. Thursday, I don't run. It's hinge day. A lot of bar work, a lot of kettlebell work. Gotta have a strong posterior chain and strong legs in order to sustain the amount of volume that I'm doing on my feet. That helps with the running, and it also helps with kettlebell sports and all the hinging that I have to do over and over and over. Friday, I don't run, and then we go back to kettlebell endurance. It's push-pull. Again, very specific on that day. Some Mondays, some Fridays are testing days where I set a time and I have to get this many reps without putting the kettlebells down, or it's every minute of the minute, every 2 minutes in the minute. It varies on that to make sure. It's just a lot of testing and increasing the length of time and working on pace, working on breathing, working on the form technique to be more and more efficient every single time. Saturday is my long run. Like I said, this past Saturday I ran 18 miles. After that, and I did a class with some of my members, and it was great. It was a lot of body weight, some cardio involved too, and it was full body, which felt great to do that after my class. Heavy mobility on Saturday too, and on Sundays no run, and I work on kettlebell juggling. Now usually kettlebell juggling happens, try to make it happen like every other day if I can, just so I don't lose the skill in my ability to flip the kettlebell. So that's also very specific, because it's part of a skill. It does require a lot of time to put into that, but that is now my main goal. It is something that I am working on it. I want to get really good at it so I can also teach it, just like I do with my endurance training and kettlebell sports. But at the moment, I'm working on my own strength endurance so I can coach that and teach that to my members and the future members that have this kind of goals and similar goals. So that's for my training week. Every none of my clients have this kind of training. This is very specific for me. I have a lot of endurance clients that do runs or rides, and so there's some similarities, especially mainly the running part. But what you need to look at when you're building a program, or when you need somebody to build a program for you, is to prioritize your main goal. Is it the run part? Is it that you need to get stronger? Is it that you have this set of competition coming up, event, or whatever it is? You got to look at that goal and build your program around that. So at the moment, everything is going pretty good. I've seen the progress on both of my goals. On kettlebell sports, not so much on weight or even reps, just because I'm rehabbing the shoulder, but it's doing good. So the progress is on bringing this shoulder back to 100% and get back to I guess you can say full mode, and start looking at certain numbers, certain weight, certain amount of reps, so I can look at future competitions. Now the running part, after October 8th, there will be more similar goals that I'm gonna set myself. I don't know if I'll do a specific official races, but I will continue to set myself to certain amount of either miles or time on my feet to run, to continue building that endurance, because I feel like it's a good mix to do, and I want to be able to not only to do it, but I also want to be able to coach it. Now that's training. In order for me to do that, in order for me to accomplish that, I need to make sure that there is other things that have to line up that I cannot overlook, because that will allow me to continue to push this amount of training every single day. So I wrote it because I didn't want to forget. So I apologize if you see me look down several times. First one, food for fuel. You have to look at what you're putting in your body as fuel for performance. Whatever goal you have. In my case, yes, it's endurance, strength endurance for these two goals. So I have to make sure that I eat this amount at this times, so I have the energy to do this, and then replenish the body so I can hold on, continue to build that muscle, right? I'm not bulking here. I'm not going into bodybuilding or powerlifting. So no, I'm not, even though I am taking a lot of calories in, this is very, you have to make sure that you give yourself the right amount of calories for what you're doing, so you can see the result that you want. Okay, and that takes time. There's a lot of trial and error on that end to figure out what you need, what kind of food you need. You got to break down your macros, your protein, fats, and carbs, how much you need every single day, and then from there you have to make sure. If you don't know, you have to talk to somebody that knows this, and I can help you figure this out for what you're doing. Okay? If you need any help, please let me know. Hydrate all the time. Hydration is key, especially those of you who run a lot and do this insane, for those of us who do this insane strength endurance workouts, you need to hydrate. Timing is also a factor, especially if you're gonna be outside running or even just training. Maybe it's a hike, maybe it's just a long walk, or whatever it is. Those things have to be timed. You cannot start hydrating at the beginning of your workout, or if you have a 15 to 20 mile run and start hydrating on mile 0. It doesn't work that way. You have to prepare for that way before that, fuel your body way before that, and you have to fuel and hydrate as you go. Program for progress and success. That means having a training program like kind of the one I showed you, but of course more specific. What are you doing on Monday? What are you doing on Tuesday? What are you doing every day? And you have to be specific, from the amount of miles you're running to the amount of sets and weights and exercises you're doing. Maintenance, that needs to be done every single day. And if you don't train every day, you have to make sure that you're moving. If you didn't get to your workout, that's probably because you did not plan ahead. You don't have a program that you're following. And if you have a program and you're not following that program, you probably don't want it that bad. Okay? You are putting other things as a priority. Now, I'm not saying that other things are not probably a priority in your life, because there are, but there's, marriage, family, kids, work, school, like all those things are important. Okay? And I understand. But your health is also extremely important, and you have to prioritize yourself, your health, because if you want to continue doing what you love, or continue doing what you're doing right now, whether it's work or whatever it is, you have to prioritize your health. Okay? In order to do that, you have to plan for it. So program it every day, write it down, and have something that you can follow. Track everything. Okay, write down everything that you did on your training, or maybe not everything that you did, but how it went, what went well and what didn't. Assess what you did, what happened, and then what worked or what went great, repeat that, and what didn't, figure out why it didn't. What is it that you did not do or that you missed that caused that setback, or for you not to perform the way you wanted to. So the more you assess your progress, your situation, your training, your fitness, whatever it is, the more you pay attention to what you're doing, the more information you're gonna have, and you can put that on paper and look at it and see, okay, I missed that one, or that day was great. Okay, why? Because I did this, because I prioritized, because I followed my program, because I showed up to class, because I meal prepped, because I told myself that I was going to do it, because I was reminded by my coach to do it, because I have, my best friend texted me and was like, let's go to the gym. In order for you to accomplish what you want to accomplish and what you want to have so bad, you have to have discipline. I heard this quote. There's a video a podcast that I listen, and it's just a bunch of clips of different motivational speakers. I don't know who the name of this guy is, but I love this saying, and I repeat this to myself all the time, because there's a lot of people in the world that kind of just going with the crowd, and they're just doing what other people are doing because they see other people doing it, and maybe they don't want to be there. They're just doing it because their family or their friends are doing it, and they're just like, I'm just here for the ride, I guess. And they're just part of the crowd. And instead you have to, you have to go the opposite direction to do and accomplish what you want to do. So the quote goes, in order for you to craft the life that you want, more than the life that you have right now, you have to be somewhat unreasonable. You have to set yourself apart. You have to go against the crowd. Set your goals, set your eyesight on that thing that you want so bad, and work so hard every single day so you can achieve it. And it's not gonna be overnight, but in order for you to do that, you have to look at it every single day. Tell yourself every single day, I'm gonna do this today. Today I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this. And once you accomplish it, you should already have the next step and the next step. And if you don't know what to do, then you gotta surround yourself with people that will push you, that will give you the tools, the information, the guidance to get you to the next step. And a lot of people don't have that, those people around them that believe in them and they want to push them to see it better. And if you don't have that, then you have to do that yourself. So, fam, if you need help, whatever you need, if you are stuck in a place where you don't see progress and you just you don't know what to do because maybe you've been doing the same thing over and over and over, well, it's time to make some changes. Okay, remember, in order for you to help other people to better themselves, you gotta help yourself first. Okay, your health, your mental health, physical health, spiritual health is extremely important. So please, fam, take care of yourself. Okay, if you need any help, any sort of guidance, okay, and whether it was programming, whether it is nutrition, or you need to be in a place surrounded by people who want to see you grow, please come and check out Caffeine and Fitness. I'm here to help. Okay, I love what I do, and I just want to say thank you guys for taking the time to watch this. I know I probably went a little longer than what I was planning on and just doing this for a few minutes, but once I start talking, I just kind of just go. But anyways, guys, have a great day. If you guys have any questions, or you're doing some sort of endurance training, strength endurance training, and you need some help, some guidance, please do not hesitate to call me, message me, or text me. I'm here to help. Have a wonderful day. Stay active, stay humble, keep on moving, keep on grinding. Peace.